Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Tea and Tarot Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. And it's also the last Tuesday of the month, which means it's our all signs reading. Oh, we got background things falling apart, flying at us. I'm just kidding, but that was my tea kettle or my French press for my chai. Just saying, hey, shout outs to my chai, Jai's Chai, which is a part of my Femrims Apothecary, where I handcraft fruit infused herbal teas and I offer them with one-on-one tea and tarot soul sessions if you'd ever like to get a personal reading, and also even a light intuitive natal excitement download of your sign, your chart, your blueprint. I consider myself an astrology enthusiast. So I love looking at what I'm learning about our charts and how it makes us uniquely us. But today we're gonna try to speed date it up here with our part one of our all signs. We're going to be reading for the Divine Feminine, Masculine, and messages from Spirit for the signs Scorpio through Aries. So if you have any Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, or Aries in your chart, strongly, Sun, Moon, Rising, Stellium, North Nodes, whatever, then now is a good time to get your tea. I got this big old thing of tea. This is actually not from my Femrims Apothecary, but this is from my mom's, Queen Mama Herbals, QM Herbals. She makes her own immunity and just really delicious teas at home, salves, capsules. So that's what we're working on today with her. This is a citrus, and I put a little bit of the pineapple kombucha, but she has like her little citrus mix tisane of oranges and lemon. So this is really good. I'm sure on that. It was her birthday a few weeks ago. I got that for her and I ended up leaving her house with it filled with tea. So that's how it works sometimes. So I'm kind of running a little bit late today doing this reading and trying to make sure that I make it to to my event later. So we are gonna start rocking and rolling here with our Scorpio energy. I will time stamp for all signs, and so if you want to fast forward or just jump to whomever, you can definitely do so in the once I complete this and put the timestamp in the comment sections. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's see what's going on. Today is the 28th. It is a beautiful day. Happy birthday to beloveds. I know a couple of people whose birthdays are today, so sending shout out birthday hearts to you. You know who you are. If it is your birthday, happy birthday. Scorpio season as well. That's why we're going to be starting with Scorpio tonight. We also have a really big Scorpio stellium, so let me go ahead and start shuffling for the Divine Feminine here. All energy is timeless. All energy is non-gender. So if you resonate with Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine, majority, also remember that we all carry feminine and masculine energy within ourselves. So within the collective in general, since we're all in the Scorpio season right now, we have a stellium of Scorpio right now that is very, very giving a lot of heavy energy, heavy vibes, a lot of deep emotional truths, wisdom, understandings, explorations. We have the sun in Scorpio. We have we have Mars in Scorpio, and now we have Mercury in Scorpio. We have Lilith, who's also in Scorpio. And Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde here in just a couple of weeks as well. So we're in that pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. So there's a lot of energy going on. Scorpio, that fixed water sign, super, super deep emotions, deep, dark emotions, that dark feminine energy of what we are afraid to show, our rage, our sadness, our all the things that maybe we feel are unlovable, maybe might be feeling judged about. That's what we're heading into with this Scorpio energy, is feeling like we need to, and we have judgment in reverse here, feeling like we need to, Divine Feminine, what I'm hearing is feeling like we need to transform, feeling like we need to change, something needs to change, but having to stand up for something that perhaps we've been a little bit afraid of standing up for. So Divine Feminine, let's see what the strongest energies are here for you for the month of November already. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Princess Leah. I'm an intuitive artist and healer. I channel for the highest frequencies of spirit. My mission out here is to heal the heart of the heal the heart of the divine masculine and the sacred feminine for the soul of mankind through conscious love. We have the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. So some steps are trying to be taken this month of November for Scorpio, Divine Feminine. Some steps, some action steps, trying to move forward, really excited to move forward in something that looks very, very, I'm hearing potential, wanting to take action on something that looks like it has a lot of potential. But I'm hearing, don't block your blessings, Divine Feminine, Scorpio. Don't block what's coming in. Don't block what you're manifesting with the 2 of Swords underneath that. It's just about time to harvest, to pick that harvest, all that you have been planting. This is about coming into your own independence as well. This is about coming into your own independence of whether this is something, financial. You could be coming into something that will help you with being more financially suited and financially stable, financially secure. You're learning how to take action in being more financially secure, in being more abundant. And I'm also hearing that as a mindset too, because with the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Swords underneath that, Divine Feminine, I'm hearing that you are trying to welcome it in, but there's something that is blocking that abundance too. Something that could be a doubt, a fear, a belief, a rule, an insecurity. It could be something, could be the stinking thinking, disempowering thoughts, lack, scarcity mentality. But this month of November, Divine Feminine, Scorpio, you're being invited and asked and supported to move in the direction, take whatever action that needs to be taken for your own self-security, self-independence, for your own nourishment. Scorpio also rules over the body, taking care of your body, making sure that you are pouring into to stabilize your emotional and your physical health. We have the Page of Pentacles here in reverse for the Divine Masculine, Scorpio. So this Pentacles energy, this Pentacles energy with the 10 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck for you, Divine Masculine, Scorpio. You know that there is something really rare that is here coming in for this month of November, Divine Masculine, but it is taking you a lot of work to get here. There's something that you have to release and let go and complete with the Ten of Wands in order for you to then step into that Queen of Wands. There's something that is asking for you to remember from childhood. I'm hearing remember what was important to you as a child. What was important to you? What was your priorities? What was your values as a child? Or maybe your values over your children. What are your values that you are looking at right now, Scorpio, Divine Masculine? Ten of Wands can also indicate being like a single parent with the Page of Pentacles. So maybe you're feeling like you're working so hard. You might be having this energy coming out for this month of November. Coming in hot. I told you, lots of Scorpio energy right now. So this is also for the collective. No matter where Scorpio is in your chart, we all have, I believe it's the 7th house, 8th house, 6th house maybe? I think it's the 6th house. Let me think. This is how I count my signs. Live counting. Aries, Taurus, right? Aries is the first house. We're all going to learn right now. Aries is the first house. Taurus is the second. Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. The 8th house. 8th house governs intimacy, other people's money. So Scorpio Divine Masculine, maybe you're feeling like you are pinching for your pentacles. Working hard if you are a single parent, single father, but gender is not specific based on the masculine, feminine energy. I'll reiterate all the time. But maybe you're a single father or a single parent, and maybe you could be a single father with a daughter here. The way that it's showing up looks like a man and a daughter. But you could also be a single mother with a daughter or son. You could be a business owner. Whatever it is, you have some dependence on you. So right now, Scorpio Feminine, you're here figuring out what is the best action to take in order to stay secure in my own individual independence. And Divine Masculine, you're wondering this month how you are able to sustain, I'm hearing, sustain the work and sustain the security for those that are dependent on you or around you. But I'm also hearing, let's see what Spirit says. 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Scorpio, Spirit is saying that there is something calling you. Could be third parties, could be gossip that you might need to just pay attention to, or maybe even ignore this month, so that you're not so caught up in what other people are thinking or saying about you. Yeah, shift your perspective. Is the perspective of what is your priority, of the responsibilities that you have? What can you lay down, and what do you have to pick up and move through? How can you be independent as well as responsible for those who are dependent on you? How can you learn that interdependence? We have 8, 9, 10. So, oh, look, in the 7 of Cups. So we have 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there are steps that are trying to be moving in the right direction, Scorpio. But there are options. Shift the perspective to see the abundance, to see where the opportunities are, to see where all of your options can lead you to work smarter, not harder, is what I'm hearing. What are some good steps that you can take that can be, learning how, I'm hearing financial literacy, taking some money classes, understanding how to work with your money, no matter how much or what might feel like how little might be coming in, to take what are the next steps, Scorpio, the next action steps that can be taken to learn more about your finances, your income, and how you can stop working so hard, how you can lay down all of the excess responsibilities so that you can have your money work for you, is what I'm hearing. Maybe that's going to be learning more about stocks, investment, trading. Maybe you are doing that. Maybe there's something that's pulling you towards that for this month of November, Scorpio, because there are options for you. There are a lot of different ways that you can tap into that abundance within you. You just have to shift your perspective here, Scorpio, and you have to be brave enough to take the next step, to do the next right thing. Again, even if it is taking a financial literacy class, or learning how to save, or learning how to open up a savings account, or learning how to budget, and looking at your money, and looking at with my expenses and my income and priorities and responsibilities, how can I move the best way that I can? How can I take this pentacle and multiply it? So that might be something that you'll be looking at this month. I'm going to keep it brief and keep it fast so that I can stay within like 10 minutes for every sign. So Scorpio, that was your reading for the feminine, masculine, and message from spirit. And here's your T formation. We'll move on to Sagittarius. Scorpio, your T formation says the creation of 1,000 forests is in one acorn. So that reminds me of the mustard seed of faith. So even if you feel like you're at the end of your wits' end, even if you feel like you have given everything that you can, Scorpio, all you need is one acorn of faith. All you need is one mustard seed of faith to move mountains. 17:17 on the clock. Okay, so I hope that helps for you, Scorpio. Hit that like button if it is resonating for you. And let's carry on to Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, divine feminine, sun, moon, rising, stellium, north node, south node. Let's see what divine feminine Sagittarius for the month of November. We have the Hermit in reverse. Okay, Hermit in reverse. This is a good one too. Let's see what strong message that wants to stay out here. So you're reflecting this month. There's something reflective. Reflective on what chains, cycles, addictions are breaking with the Devil card here, divine feminine Sagittarius. So I'm hearing even maybe you're she's taking a picture of herself. So maybe you're flipping through some old pictures of past, times, hanging out. Maybe you're looking at times where you were, this Madonna kind of vibe where you are, and this is what I'm hearing is you're reflecting and learning from all of this. Your party times in college is what I'm hearing, the times that you were working, the times where you were celebrating. Maybe you're looking at some addictions that may have come up from those times of celebration. Whatever is coming through, there's a deep, deep, major kind of aha awakening, some soul learning about yourself, Libra, or I'm sorry, Sagittarius. That's interesting, I said Libra. So maybe you have Libra in your chart, divine feminine, but there's, some reflection. Going back to, I'm hearing college, high school, like the social days, and just thinking back about like who you were back then. This could also give, that's retrograde energy for you. even though Mercury's the one that's coming into retrograde soon, we have a ton of planets still in retrograde. Pluto, Chiron, I think Jupiter is also. So there's a lot of reflection right now. There's a lot of reflection. What chains are you breaking, Divine Feminine Sagittarius? What chains, what wisdom have you gained from, the past versions of you, the social versions of you, the parts of you in, celebration with your friends, in union with your lovers, in work, and play. How have you grown and what have you learned from all that you have experienced that you're reflecting on with this Hermit? What kind of loyalty have you been to your family, friends? It looks like, looking at the different reflections, who have reflected back to you, who have been your loyal companions on this journey. So this month, Divine Feminine Sagittarius, you are definitely just really going within and allow it to, again, break those chains. These are deep reflections of how you showed up in this world. These are deep reflections of the kind of friendships you have allowed in your life. The kind of workmates, the kind of jobs you put up with, is what I'm hearing for someone. Four of Swords in reverse for Divine Masculine Sagittarius. So yeah, reflection. Reflect, recover, rest. This is a preparation. Sagittarius, Divine Masculine, the month of November, there's 9 of Swords. So with that 4 of Swords, that's why we're asking you to recover, because a major transformation is going underway for you, Divine Masculine Sagittarius, with the Judgment card underneath that. The Phoenix rising and the 10 of Wands under that. So this might feel a bit heavy for Divine Masculine Sagittarius. I hope that doesn't scare you though, masculine. We're going to see what Spirit says here, but there is definitely some reflection for you, Sagittarius, across the board, feminine and masculine, of needing to really go within. What is causing you anxiety? What needs to change? What has to shift? What has to transform in order for you to rise like the Phoenix, in order for you to break these cycles, these chains, these addictions, these codependencies? Yeah. There is definitely completion, some endings that are going to be coming into its next steps this month, Sagittarius. But it's going to bring out some truth. It's going to bring light. The sun will come out tomorrow. The sun will come out tomorrow, Sagittarius. I wanted to say Scorpio. And so it's interesting, I kept saying the S with the snake. The Knight of Cups. The year of the snake is this year 9. We're shedding. That's what transformation means, to shed the old. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, the planet of death and transformation, by facing your fears, Sagittarius. So as you are going through this major transformation this month of November, Sagittarius, shift your perspective to recognize where all of the options, just like what Scorpio had with Spirit, so you might have be a cusp, but shift your perspective to see where all the abundance is, where the abundance is and the options and the opportunities are hiding that you may not be seeing right in front of you, because all you can see right here are your hands. All you can see are what's on fire. All you can see is what's up close and external. But Spirit wants you to trust. Trust in the sun that's coming out tomorrow. Trust in the love that is coming in. We have the Knight of Cups here, which is an offer, an incoming offer of something emotionally fulfilling, emotionally nurturing, emotionally satisfying. So though you are going through some really deep introspective reflections in this month of November, Scorpio, or I'm sorry, Sagittarius, please, Spirit wants you to know that there is something coming in that will shift your perspective, that will give you a grandiose exhale, is what I'm hearing. An exhale, something. It could be romance for you, Sagittarius, for this Knight of Cups, but it can also be something that is just very abundantly delicious. This is what I just heard for you, Sagittarius. So your T formation, Saggies, is your breath fills you with energy anywhere and anytime you need it. So take that with you for this month of November. When you're feeling in your head, when the anxiety is creeping up, how am I gonna pay for this? What am I gonna do? Does this person like me? What happened? Did I lose my reputation because of who I used to be? Whatever it might be, take a deep breath and trust, Sagittarius. Your energy is the only thing you're responsible for. Your energy moves with you in every room, in every space, in every thought. So keep breathing, and that will shift, transmute that energy from anxiety into a little bit more calm, a little bit more serenity. That's the goal for you, is what I'm hearing, Sagittarius, to go from anxiety to breathe this month. Let your breathing shift you, transmute all that anxiety into serenity. Because you got something of love, a proposal, an engagement, something that is going to be very emotional, fulfilling for you, Sagittarius. Just trust. Okay, I hope that helps. So let's go ahead and move on. We're doing good times right now, about 10 minutes per sign, so that's great. So we should be getting through our first half of the all signs here. We're going to move into Capricorn. We'll have Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries for today. And next week we'll finish part 2 of Taurus through the others, Libra. So Capricorn, Divine Feminine, we have the Chariot in reverse that came out actually. I see the World card peeking through. This one wants to fall. Okay, the World card wants to be at the bottom. I'm just going to take the top one, which is the Sun, and then you have the Two of Swords in reverse as well. So I'm going to put that on top of the World card that is here at the bottom of the deck for you, Capricorn, Divine Feminine. So Divine Feminine, Capricorn, with the Sun coming out, that actually the Sun came out, peeked through with a message from Spirit. So maybe there's a small little message from Sagittarius, from Spirit, that may be for you, Capricorn, if you're a Sag cusp. However, this Sun in reverse wanting to come through Capricorn, Divine Feminine, and the Two of Swords reverse, I'm hearing that you are, all right, don't shoot the messenger, Cap, but I'm hearing that you are refusing to see a truth about something. I mean, this is going to be, I think this is going to be real truths, hard truths, tough truths that might be coming through for this reading, because we are in such a deep Scorpio stellium. And that sometimes those truths need to come through, but that doesn't mean they're bad, just because it may not be light and airy and full of peace, love, and joy, even though I do channel from the highest frequencies for Spirit from of conscious love is the idea, but conscious love also means truth, consciousness, awareness, right? So Capricorn, divine feminine, sun, moon, rising, stellium, north node, wherever it is in your chart, it's almost like, especially with this Two of Swords reverse on top of the World card, what is it that this month of November that either is happening, because obviously we're a week ahead of November, but that's why we're looking into the energy of November. So Capricorn, divine feminine, what is it that you are afraid to welcome in? What is it that you are afraid to trust in? What is it that you are afraid to use your intuition to decide, to choose? Your intuition is lacking a decision. And it can be something that is from an outdated cycle of yours. Or maybe there's a truth in a new cycle that's beginning that you are closing off to. The Knight of Wands as well. Something about your passion you might be closing off to. This is very vague, very brief, very general for you, Capricorn. So you'll have to ask your guides for more deeper, clarification, or you can always reach out to me if you want deeper clarification. But this is a good question for you to ask yourself, Capricorn, divine feminine. Are you dimming your light is what I'm also hearing. Are you dimming your light? The Sun in reverse. Are you dimming your light for something, for someone, for an outdated cycle, an outdated version of what you think you need in order for you to... It's like there's something that's like a not full truth. You're making a decision, but not really making the decision. You're telling, your truth, but it's not the full... Maybe someone around you is not making a full truth, saying the full truth, or maybe you are not allowing the full truth to come through. Maybe you are not allowing yourself to see the full truth. Maybe you are not telling the full truth in something of your own self. But trust, listen to your intuition, because that's what you have to do in order to move out of this old cycle and into this new world, into this new cycle of life, this new chapter, timeline. But Scorpio is a fixed sign, and the World card has all these fixed signs. So you might also have other fixed signs in your chart. Aquarius, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio. We have the Four of Swords that was also coming into fruition, or into reverse. And then we have the Six of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles for the divine masculine for November. The Eight of Wands under that. So divine masculine, moving on over here, this month of November for you is looking pretty beautiful. You got some victory. You've got some victory, some victorious, successful recognition here. Maybe you're looking at getting some sort of like work promotion or work acknowledgement, award maybe, which is really exciting. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a raise with this Nine of Pentacles. Let me just speak that into existence for you, Capricorn divine masculine. Yeah, something that's going to help you with being able to take action, move into something new. Maybe this promotion, maybe this will be a financial promotion that will allow you to work on, I'm hearing like maybe a project of yours that you got funded. This is very specific, but maybe someone out there divine masculine Capricorn is getting funding for a project, a business, a startup business. You know, maybe you are getting publicly recognized by an external counterpart, because it does look like there's a female and a male partner here, but it looks like maybe one person is seeing, finally you're being seen in a way, a new way. This could be for some, if it's not like a business thing for you, Capricorn, but maybe you are getting recognized by someone who does have some financial securities. This could be someone who is well off for themselves. If this is another, like an external romantic mate, maybe you're going to be coming into recognition by a divine feminine who is independent, well off, who has very good style and money, and I'm hearing you'll hit it off. You'll hit it off to move in a way that could be romantically aligned. Maybe it's a business venture that will also follow suit. This could be whatever it is. It's very general for you, Capricorn. Take it as it fits for you. But I'm seeing a lot of different things that could be. All of these, sometimes scenarios come through, and that can be a very specific message for someone who is watching. You may not be watching now or at the time of the live unfolding, but your energy may call this message in for you if you are seeing it in the future, or if you are hearing it now and it's resonating. It's very specific, but there are also a lot of different scenarios because this is such a general reading. So take it as it fits and don't force it if it doesn't, okay? So we have the universe here. Yes. It's in reverse, but I'm not being told to like always see the reverse when I'm just shuffling. And Justice here for the strongest energy, 4 swords. So Spirit is saying, Capricorn, that this month of November, whether you're a divine feminine or masculine Capricorn, Spirit is saying there's definitely going to be, there's something that wants to balance itself. There's something, some karma that wants to balance itself out. This could be karma. This could be something court related, legally related. But this could also be your own generational spiritual karma coming to, I'm hearing not coming to an end, but coming to with the 4 of Swords, a reflection, a reevaluation. That could be with this retrograde season right now. The Wheel of Fortune is underneath that. So yeah, there's a review. It's under review. Okay. So Capricorn, Spirit is saying that nothing is yet set in stone. There is still so much to be considered. There's still so much moving parts, and there's still so much that needs to balance itself out in order for it to move, as it's continuing to move. So Divine Feminine, Capricorn, if you're feeling like resistant to looking at a certain kind of truth within a decision you need to make, or an old outdated habit or cycle or whatever might be the case, then this is the time that Spirit is saying that things are moving, but it might be moving slowly, or it might be moving what feels like so slowly that it might feel like it's not moving at all, Capricorn. But it is moving. It's just under review. Under review. Well, hey, welcome on, everybody. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Welcome on. Welcome on, Tallboy. Welcome back. Welcome on, Kim. Glad you guys are here. Thank you for showing, sharing, hitting that like button, being here. We are on just finishing up with Capricorn's reading, moving into Aquarius right now, and then we'll have Pisces, then we'll have Aries, and then we'll be done for the evening for this part 1 of our November reading. Hey, I wanted to shout out everyone who has newly joined my small little vibe tribe, because it looks like I have hit 500 subscribers, which is, I know, itty bitty compared to the millions of subscribers here on YouTube for people, but that's big for me because I started with like 15 subscribers last year, and I couldn't even go live until I had like 50 subscribers. So I was like posting all last year until I got the 50 subscribers in a month. And now that I have, yeah, thanks Kim, I appreciate that. Now that I have 500 subscribers, I have, I guess, the option. I don't know if it shows or if you're able to see it. Thank you so much, Kim, for that. Congratulations. I appreciate that. I know it's little, but you got to celebrate the small milestones for sure in order to get, like the steps up the mountain. You don't just jump to the top of the mountain, right? So it has been quite a journey, but having 500 subscribers is something that allows, I think, for your channel to receive super chats, I think. So if that's still a thing, what is a super chat? Apparently it's something that you can, basically it's like a love offering is what I call it, like a tip, or like, you can send a sticker, I think, I don't know, or cash or something like that. And I'm still working on the logistics, as I'm brand new at this 500 subscribers. So if you know anything about it, if you feel called to it at any time, even if you just want to like this video, that's enough of super chat for me. Your comments and your well wishes and your love is all enough. But it is something that is available now, I think, if you can see it. Let's see. Right, Kim, you got to start somewhere for sure. Yeah. So, hey, stay fit. You want to know something about career? Okay, well, I am doing an all signs, just a general collective reading. So if career comes in when the signs that you're listening to, we've already done Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn, and then I'm going to be doing Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries, and then we'll be done for the night. But I will be back for the other half next week for November's all sign. So, and I will timestamp as well. Okay, so I appreciate you being here. Like I said, I appreciate all your guys' just, liking these videos, subscribing to my vibe tribe. We're out here just trying to heal the heart of the divine masculine, the sacred feminine for the soul of mankind, right? Through conscious love. So, yeah. Okay, stay fit. So you're Scorpio. We started out with Scorpio. Kim, Leo. When is Leo? Leo's going to be next week when I do the second part for the all signs. I will be back next Tuesday for Tea and Tarot, and we'll get that. So thank you, tall boy. I appreciate that compliment. Thank you. That's very kind. Capricorn, I forgot to give you your T formation, so I got to give this to you. Your T formation for November, which if you have already, if you're still listening, Capricorn, just click back. Trust is the question. Love is the solution. It's actually one of my favorite quotes. So I'm going to say that again, Capricorn. And even if you're not listening right now, whoever is listening, this is for your month of November. Wherever Cap's in your chart, we all have a 10th house. But it says, trust is the question and love is the solution. So I think that that's pretty perfect. Yeah, we're moving a little bit behind, but I think that's pretty perfect for what the message was. If you have any Capricorn in your chart, wherever, sun, moon, rising, stellium, north node, whatever, go back and listen to that message, because that was a perfect T formation quote that was definitely needed, and it worked, and that's exactly what. Perfect. So I'm going to move forward. Let's go into Aquarius, okay? Thanks for being here. All right, Divine Feminine Aquarius. Let's see. Ooh, we're going to see what the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, That was a terrible shuffle. So maybe Aquarius, you feel like your shuffle game is off right now. Terrible shuffle. I don't know if you play cards, poker for some reason. I'm seeing for somebody. Maybe you're at the casino trying to make some cash happen. Let's see. All right, Aquarius, look at that. Yep. Just button heads. So maybe you feel like you're button heads. All the things that I channel all come through as I see it, as I'm channeling. Look at that. The Seven of Wands was at the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Cups that flipped over in reverse, Ten of Cups, and the Nine of Wands in reverse as well. So I'm just going to take the top one for the sake of time. But for Aquarius, Divine Feminine, the Knight of Cups, Ten of Cups, Nine of Wands in reverse. So this is with the Knight of Cups here. What did you say? I don't know what that says. You're okay. Well, good. Cool. I'm gonna let me just share this real fast so I don't get distracted by the distractions of the chat. But the Knight of Cups is an incoming offer. The Knight of Cups is an incoming message, an incoming proposal. Within reverse, Divine Feminine Aquarius, you might be feeling, I'm hearing blocked. Maybe you're feeling blocked from being able to come in. And maybe you're feeling afraid. Or maybe something is actually, and I just had a message come in. So maybe there's an incoming message or an incoming offering or something that might feel blocking your union, your Ten of Cups. It could be maybe you're actually blocking some people. You could be Divine Feminine. If you're blocking something from your family is what I'm also hearing. Maybe you're going through some arguments. Or maybe you will be for this month of November. Maybe there will be there is, Thanksgiving this month in November. This is where we get all the big holiday energies, which got to be careful when going into that because we can fall victim to all that vulnerable chaos. So with the Nine of Wands in reverse as well, Aquarius, Divine Feminine, it's like there is, I'm hearing distractions that are exhausting. This could be frenemies. Maybe you're trying to figure out, Aquarius, who you want to invite over for your Thanksgiving, who you want to see for these family gatherings, who you want to, be around. And that can definitely make it really hard to not let what other people feel about what you do change or dictate what you do. So maybe you've always had, this is a very specific download for someone, in scenario, so just take it as it resonates and don't force it if it doesn't, but maybe you've always been doing the same thing for holiday, for Thanksgiving every year, and you want to do something different. Maybe you don't want to be around this particular family. Maybe you don't want it to end the way it always does, and you're like, we always argue when we hang out for dinner, and I don't want to do that again, so how can I make it different? Aquarius, Pluto's has now gone direct in your sign, and this is your time now that's shifting and completely transforming the fears, transforming wherever Aquarius is in your house. And for someone of the Divine Feminine, This could be in friendship, familyship, relationship, like with your lover. This could be how you want to raise your family, how you want to, continue these celebrations, these traditions, whatever. Take it as it resonates for you, Divine Feminine. Because Divine Masculine, we have the Four of Swords, Aquarius, which has been coming out quite often. And then we have the Nine of Swords. The Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords have been coming through a lot with the Victory card of the Six of Wands. So interesting here, Divine Masculine Aquarius, is that you have the Nine of Swords. A lot of anxiety, a lot of, maybe you're feeling like there was some warnings that I'm hearing like warnings, red flags. But whatever it is that you were anxious about happening, Divine Masculine Aquarius, you're going to be victorious in it, actually. You're going to actually succeed and conquer it. So that's really beautiful energy. That, yeah, this strong energy of the month of November for you, Aquarius Divine Masculine, might be feelings of anxiety. But you're going to come out victorious. And that's a great thing. It's going to be, you have this Six of Pentacles underneath that and the Five of Pentacles underneath that. So maybe you are overcoming feelings of rejection. Maybe you are overcoming rejection. Maybe in the past you were rejected. And that's where the feminine energy could be coming through, of feeling blocked or feeling like an incoming offering was blocked. Maybe Divine Feminine blocked Divine Masculine, and that's where all that anxiety is coming through. Oh, this is a story for somebody. But there is going to be recognition. There is going to be success and victory in the end for you, Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine, you may want to just be mindful of who you are inviting into your space, into your sacred home, into, your heart. And have compassion, says Spirit, with the Queen of Cups. Have compassion for those who may not be allowed to come into your family home or for your family events anymore, and just bless and release them with the Page of Swords and the King of Wands. Spirit says you are watched and protected by your guides, by your team, your earth angels, and that you are also watching, you're observing, you're seeing patterns, you're seeing cycles, you're seeing repetition in ways that's like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want that. I don't want to, like it's like earlier before, right? I don't want to have those kind of family fights or whatever, right? That's up to you. That's what really this energy I'm getting for you, Divine Feminine Aquarius. But the reason why this is happening, that King of Wands energy, is because you're needing to set an example for the kind of traditions you do want to carry out for your family. You need to set the example of the kind of leader you do want to be for your family. Those messages might also come in that might seem like, I don't need your help. I don't need you. I don't want to receive your love, right? It might go back to feeling this sense of rejection, but it's going to be okay. The people that can't see you, Aquarius, listen, you are the aqua carrier. You are the individual humanitarian. So if people can't see what it is that is innovative and creative and out of the box and a little quirky and a little nerdy and a little weird, and if they can't appreciate you for who you are, Aquarius, then you know what? Their loss, right? That's their loss. If you want to try something new because you're realizing that the last things that we've been doing the last 10 years ain't working, nobody having a good time anyway, right? Or if you wanted to try something new for this year because you just want to try something new, whoever wants to come with you will. Whoever doesn't, won't. I just realized I got these fluffy ass socks on because it's cold outside now. So, Aquarius, if you want to wear fluffy socks and you just want to be comfortable and not worry about what other people are thinking or saying or doing or whatever kind of feedback, that's what Spirit is saying. You're okay. Your guides are with you. You're protected. It's time for you to lead because you're going to be victorious in the end no matter what. Beautiful. Your monthly, your T formation is, he who wants the rose must respect the thorn. Look, Aquarius, that's so true, right? If don't worry. If they can't handle your rose, if they can't handle the thorn that is delicate, the thorn that comes with the delicate rose, the sacred rose, then they can't handle you, because the rose comes with the thorns, and that all has to be respected. And now, not everything's going to be perfect, and no, you're not going to be perfect, and they're not going to be perfect, and it's not going to be perfect, Aquarius. But if you want this particular kind of outcome, or if you want this kind of particular relationship or family gathering or friendship, whatever the case is, you also have to recognize that it's going to have its good days, bad days. You know, it's not going to be perfect. Everything in between. All right, I hope that helps, Aquarius. Okay, we're moving into Pisces, and then we have Aries, and then we're wrapping up. So let's go on into Pisces, Divine Feminine. No, Tallboy, we have not done Pisces. We're doing it now. Good timing. Good timing. So, Pisces, Divine Feminine. We're Sun, Moon, Rising, Stellium, North Node, wherever Pisces is in your chart. We all have a 12th house. So let's see what Divine Feminine Pisces, and just think of it where it resonates with you. Feminine energy is within us all as well. That's that creative, that sensual, the emotions, the conception, the idea. And then the masculine energy is the bringer into fruitioner, right? Bringing all those ideas, all those emotions, all those thoughts into the physical, So Pisces, Divine Feminine, we have the Four Swords once again out here for you. And then this Page of Wands wants to come through in reverse. Here. So Pisces, Divine Feminine, you are reflecting this month in November. I'm hearing reviewing, reflecting. Where do you want to go? You're wondering if the adventures that you want to go on, let me bring this up right. The adventures that you want to go on, the adventures that you're ready to go on, the adventures you've been dreaming of going on since you were a wee lad, a little girl, or a little boy, or a little person. If it's possible. I think right now you're trying to see if it's possible to still do, and if it's possible to do now. Yeah, that's why you're kind of in this retrograde, review, reflect, recover mode. Yeah, with justice underneath that, because you're trying to see if it's even fair to even go on these adventures this month in November, Pisces, Divine Feminine. You're wondering, is this a fair choice for me to do? Is this a fair? Is it just? Is it, can I justify this? I heard trip. Can I, right? This adventure. Can I justify this move? Can I justify this purchase? Whatever this might be for you, because the Crown of Pentacles is out there too. Can I justify the abundance that I am manifesting in Divine Feminine, right? You might be doing some extra budgeting, but whatever it is you're trying to reflect, you're trying to see, can I prepare? How can I best prepare for this month, for this adventure, for what is to come? And still be able to have that wide-eyed, doughy-eyed, innocent, explorative, creative, imaginative mindset. I'm hearing Pisces for some of you. Maybe you've had someone say, like, your head's always up in the clouds. You need to, like, have a practical plan, right? And you're like, I know. I know, I'm still thinking about it. That's so Pisces, right? That you're in this, I'm still dreaming about it. Yup, says Tallboy. Yep. Divine Masculine. Let's see what's going on with you, Pisces. But I'm hearing you can still listen to all of what your childhood desires, explorations, imaginations. Go back to those. It's okay to go back. The whole collective is in the North Node of Pisces, so we're all tapping into our highest spiritual self and trying and moving into what our highest timeline and what our soul purpose is aligning us to endure in this human experience. We're still figuring it all out. 9 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck, reverse for you, Divine Masculine. With the 7 of Wands and the High Priestess here. I'm going to take just this one and the Hierophant. Okay, with the 7 of Wands. So the Hierophant and the High Priestess trying to sneak through. Ace of Wands and 6 of Swords. So try not to peek because I just want to give you, but these cards did want to come through, Pisces. Was the Hierophant, Ace of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. The High Priestess and the Hierophant. So the Hierophant and the High Priestess are a divine pair. They are the original Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine pair in the major arcana. They're very wise. They're the ancient gurus, the ancient, sage teachers. You go to them for advice, you go to them for blessings, you go to them to, it's like grandma and grandpa that just have all the answers, basically. That's the Hierophant and the High Priestess. This is what the Hierophants, I love this picture of the Hierophant. Of Shiva just blessing these two people down here. Blessing them, I know it's kind of blurry, let me see if it'll clear. There we go. So, blessing them to be in their highest altered state, blessing them. This could be a blessing for marriage. This could be a blessing for a new contract, a lease, a lease on something, or a contract with another partner, another job. Maybe you're signing a contract to start a new job. Pisces, Divine Masculine this month. Maybe you're getting married and actually literally signing marriage licenses. But what I'm seeing is that there is definitely a fresh new beginning that wants to be blessed and ordained by Spirit with this Ace of Wands underneath the Hierophant. So you are being given this beautiful blessing and you are being asked, Pisces, Divine Masculine, to stand in your truth, to stand up for even whatever kind of distractions that are trying to come through. You see all these distractions, to not let those distractions deter you from what you know is your truth, what you know is your blessing and your birthright is what I'm hearing too. So yeah, it says that's business for you. You're welcome, Cecile. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. For liking, if you haven't already done so on your way in and out, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to my little vibe tribe. I always appreciate y'all. As we are slowly growing into a big family unit. And, you know, this has just been it's a delight. I appreciate all the support for the last almost 2 years now. Beginning of 2024, we're at the end of 2025. So, yeah, appreciate you guys. So let's see, Pisces, what does Spirit say? What does Spirit have to say for you? Pisces. God boy says, amen. Amen. Ashe. I know that's right with this 10 of Pentacles coming out for you, Pisces, says Spirit. I know that's right with these 10 of crystals for the strongest energy that Spirit says for you for this month of November. Thank you. And the Magician. Yes, Spirit is letting you look. This 10 of crystals wants to stay out. I did pick it up in reverse. So maybe you are this month gonna have to play with a little divine magic is what I'm hearing for you, Pisces. Maybe you feel like you are just playing with magic, and not in a sense of like playing with fire, you're going to get burned, which again, you do want to be careful if you're playing with magic. What is it that I'm hearing? Katy Perry, Dark Horse. So you want to play with magic, right? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. So maybe that might be something you might want to have to look into this month. What kind of magic are you playing? What are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? Because our word, even just something as what seems as innocent as our word, holds so much magic. What words are we using to describe ourselves? What words are we using to describe our loved ones, our friends, our family, our partners? You know, that is either putting blessings or spells on you, right? You have to be mindful of that, right? This month that Spirit is saying, in order to maintain this 10 of crystals, in order to manifest the financial abundance, the generational wealth that it is that you are trying to, I'm hearing that you're trying to do for the first time in your family, for some of you. Like generational wealth, building and sustaining generational wealth for you, whoever is listening here, might be the first time your family has had that in the family. You know, when they say like first generation millionaire, first generation, Jamaican American, or whatever, like first generation college grad, like there is a first for what I'm hearing for you, Pisces. This could be with your business, tall boy. This could be with your, relationships with the Hierophant and the High Priestess coming out. This could be with your highest self, your highest timeline, what you have seen yourself, the best version of yourself to be, is coming into a new contract, a new soul contract. So don't be afraid to move in these adventures, to move and take these steps. But yes, you got to clear out the old, like I'm hearing like you got to clear out, that's what those distractions were, or like lack, scarcity mindset, poverty mentality is being shifted, is ending, so that you can now restore and create a brand new path for your generations to come after you, your children and their children's children. So I don't remember which sign had the conversation about wealth. Maybe Capricorn, maybe Sagittarius, it might have been Capricorn, of building this, you know, wealth, or taking on financial literacy. Maybe you have Capricorn in your chart, Pisces, or whatever the case might be. But look what's happening. You're activating your purpose, says this T formation, Pisces. So that's why it's important that you don't doubt your imagination, that you do trust in the creative path that you are going on, and that you do stand up for what you know is true and right to you, no matter what anyone else might try to say. Okay, so I hope that helps, because that's definitely important, Pisces, and that's really beautiful. You have abundance. You see, release that fear. Release that fear. Yeah, you're welcome, tall boy. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of you tuning in. We're going to tune into our last sign of the evening, which is Aries. Ooh. Aries, divine feminine, sun, moon, rising, stellium, north node. We all have a first house. Aries, divine feminine, for the month of November. What's the strongest energy for the month of November for Aries? We have the Seven of Wands as well. So maybe Pisces might be a little bit of a, maybe you're a cusp, Aries cusp, where you have Pisces in your chart. But the Seven of Wands, and look, the Page of Wands wants to come out as well, Aries, for you. And the Page of Cups. So I'm hearing inner child. There's a lot of inner child expression, exploration that wants to come through with the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. They're both around water. So this could be explorations in your emotions. Maybe you're exploring new ways to express your emotions, express yourself. Maybe you are, learning how to balance, harmonize with justice underneath the Page of Cups. How to explore, how to move into, your creative imagination, how to be adventurous and spontaneous. I mean, Aries, we are the Fool. That's my Aries gang over here too, right? Like the Fool card, the Fool leaping over these cliffs, right? Trusting that in all of divine faith that you'll be caught, and just trying it out. So Aries, divine feminine, what I'm hearing is that go back to that childhood innocence of just being like, I want to be a superstar and travel the world and go on tour with Beyonce, right? Like go back to those dreams, right? Just to tap back into what it felt like when you were a child, and there were no limitations. And you're like, I want to go to be an astronaut and go to space, and I want to be a, whatever. That's what I'm hearing. Where did you want to travel when you were a child? What were your biggest loves? So I'm hearing this month is going to be igniting that and sparking that within you, divine feminine Aries. This could also be the inspiration from your own actual children that may be also inviting you to support their wildest, biggest creative dreams. How can you be in their lives to support them as well? Thank you, Spirit. I received that. I appreciate it. Oh. And that shuffle was a doozy for you, divine masculine Aries. So let's see, divine masculine Aries. We have the Moon cards. So the Moon card coming out, trying to be reversed. Lots of emotions for you, divine masculine Aries, this month. Yeah, because the Tower is your strongest energy. Ooh, and the Devil, divine masculine Aries. there is a big, major, just awakening. This could be an aha moment that sets everything that you've ever known to be truth to you on fire. There's definitely some addictions, some codependencies, some habits with this devil card that is out here. Capricorn energy. Maybe you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, Aries, divine masculine. Something that you're going to be realizing, I'm hearing, has to burn. Isn't this interesting? There's going to be a huge awakening, a huge aha, like, and hope, and it could come in this in I'm not trying to scare anybody, okay? I'm really not. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. This is just what the cards are falling out. Not what I was anticipating for Aries, not what I was anticipating to close out this reading tonight with, but this is deep. This is deep, and somebody's divine masculine needs to hear this. So, the King of Wands underneath the Devil here, with the Tower card as the strongest energy, the Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus. So, though you might be, feeling like things are burning around you, you are actually being divinely watched. You're actually being divinely watched, masculine, Aries. So, what might be crumbling is the unstable. What's crumbling is the faulty foundations. What's crumbling, divine masculine, are the addictions. What's crumbling is what is no longer healthfully serving your greatest and highest good, because you need to show up as the King of Wands. You need to show up as a leader. And Spirit is saying, divine masculine Aries, look, you got the hermit at the bottom of the, or underneath that. It's time, like, you got to learn. When are you going to learn, is what I'm hearing. When are you going to learn, divine masculine? It's kind of a little bit of tough love from divine, a little bit of tough love from dad, a little bit of tough love from mom, right? It's not the best thing that we want to hear. It's not the things that we want to hear sometimes, the truths that we want to hear sometimes. But it's like, make sure you are realizing where you're putting, like, are you trying, where are you putting your energy into? Like, are you trying to patch up? What I'm hearing is like the idea of like trying to patch up a leaky faucet, and by just like putting a band-aid or like tape around it, but that's not actually fixing the problem. And what eventually is going to happen is that leak is going to burst or back up wherever the leak is actually coming from, and then you're going to have a problem somewhere else. So what I'm hearing is this month, Aries divine masculine, the things are crumbling, the things are catching fire, the things are burning around you, or your own foundation, your tower, your home, hopefully, and again, I'm not putting any omens. This is not what I'm not seeing any actual physical burnings of homes. This is a spiritual journey. This is a spiritual movement. If it is a physical thing that happens with your home, if it is a physical thing that is faulty in repairs that need to be had in your home, I pray that you are safe, and I pray that everything is safe. I know we have big hurricanes happening down in Jamaica, so sending prayers down there as well. And though I have roots down in Jamaica, so I pray that everyone is safe and healthy and is able to, keep their homes and keep their lives. Chiron and Aries in retrograde, so we're all still going through this wounded healing, the wounded healer. We're all still healing through our traumas, our adversities, our biggest wounds, the things that made us feel inadequate, and we're learning how to love ourselves. So Aries divine masculine, you might be recognizing this, and that might be what is shattering and shattering and breaking what might feel like breaking down. But really what's happening is you're having this breakthrough to realize that who I once was, the ego, what I thought I needed, who I thought I had to be in order to be lovable, is not actually that person anymore. I don't have to do those things. Maybe I thought I had to go out and party and get super drunk or high and do all these drugs with these people because I thought that's how I would be make friends or be cool. Maybe I thought I had to be promiscuous in order to be lovable. Maybe I thought I had to be a performer or an entertainer or codependent, right? All of these things, maybe these habits, these traits, these addictions have been keeping me from being able to really fully connect with my king, my leader that I am, with the leader. And I want to set this example. This is the aha that you're having this month, Divine Masculine Aries, is the person I want to be, the leader I want to be, the example I want to set cannot be set under these circumstances, under the influence of Satan, of the devil, literally, right? Maybe you're also dealing with a Capricorn too. It may not have been, but these are also, again, these are about obsessions. So I'm hearing just like this month, you are going to be coming into something's going to make you have to look at, whether you choose to look at it yourself, Aries, masculine, or divine intervention, like Mr. Grandma Tony Popsicle comes in and says, enough is enough. So hopefully it's a little bit more of a light aha moment. Hopefully it's not the ladder of, having, in order for you to shift that perspective. But someone's divine masculine need to hear that. I hope that resonates for you, and I really wish you all the very best in that journey, in that aspect. I'm sending protection over the divine masculine energy within my Aries ass too, okay? Thank you, Spirit. So, Spirit, you have, you showed the Page of Cups to match with the Divine Feminine's Page of Cups here, and perspective. Yeah, there's a shift. The shift in perspective, the shift in how you're going to connect with yourself now. Connect with yourself emotionally, how you're going to nurture your emotions. Maybe the Queen of Cups was underneath that. So maybe maybe you're learning how to, nurture your emotions if you've never had that example. And that's why you are, dealing with these kind of anxious attachment and or addictive attachments or obsessions. And that's why it's coming to an end. That's why it's time to awaken to them. That's why it's time to release these chains, to break these chains, to shift the perspective, to nurture your emotional needs instead of pushing them away and then numbing them elsewhere. Interesting. Okay, so I hope that helps for you, Aries. That is a very, very not what I was expecting of a read for you, Aries, but that was real AF. That was some tough love. Let's get a T formation so we can close out this beautiful Tea and Tarot Soul session for the night. Thank you, everyone, for who's been here. Thank you for all your likes, hitting those thumbs up. Thank you for your subscribes on your way in and out. And let's see, Aries, your T formation is compassion is your strength, and that's why the Queen of this is the Queen of Crystals. I was thinking the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Crystals, yeah, just getting more attune with what you need to have more stability in your life. But have compassion right now, because this month of November for you, Aries, it's going to be adventurous and fun, and you're going to tap into some beautiful inner child healings, inner child emotions that maybe you haven't felt since you were a child. But you're also going to be met with the same depth of those childhood adversities. This could be childhood traumas that you're still healing through, so that you can stop accidentally harming yourself, doing a disservice to yourself, Aries. And you can start to truly, fully tap into the abundance, the stability, and the compassion that Source, God, Jah, Allah, divine, however you want to call it, has in store for you. All right? You don't have to keep living the same lifestyle, is what I'm hearing. You don't have to live this way. You don't have to think this way. You don't have to behave this way. Things can be unlearned. Things can be rewired and retaught. And that's what you're doing right now, Aries. And you should be proud of yourself no matter how hard it is, no matter how much you are learning how to heal that inner child and those pain bodies and those adversities. You're doing it. Spirit sees you doing it and sees that's why the perspective is shifting, so that you can now move into the best that is yet to come. Okay, I hope that helps. That was really beautiful, and thank you so much again for tuning in tonight. And that concludes our first half of our all signs reading for November. Once again, we did Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. And then next week, we're going to tune back in for Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra. And that'll be our reading for November. Can't believe we're already in the second to last month of the year. This is crazy wild. This has been quite an adventurous year, quite a journey. But I appreciate every single one of you for being in here with me. If you're new and you're just joining, thank you so much for being a part of my vibe tribe while we're here healing the heart of the divine feminine, the heart of the divine masculine, the sacred feminine, for the soul of mankind through conscious love. I like I'm tweaking it because I feel like there's more than just the it's being tweaked for me by spirit of what my mission is here. So as I continue to expand, not just for the sacred feminine, the heart of the feminine, but also for the heart of the divine masculine, because it's all within us, then we can all coexist in conscious love. So until next time, my beautiful beloveds, I hope you have a great night. Peace and love. Namaste. Bye.